Assalamu alaikum students. Let's study today a new topic in our English language course, that is dependent prepositions. Dependent prepositions are those prepositions which always go with the certain verbs and adjectives. Those prepositions which always go with certain adjectives and verbs, they are called dependent prepositions. Means they depend on those adjectives, they depend on those verbs. So that's why they are called dependent prepositions. Now, these dependent prepositions are here. For example, there are some examples. For example, some verbs are there: wait, apologize, apply, look, care, pay. And some adjectives are there: sorry and famous. With these verbs and adjectives, the preposition for will be there. For example, wait for, apologize for, apply for, look for, care for, pay for. And with the adjectives, sorry for, famous for. So this is for is dependent preposition for these adjectives and these verbs, because they always depend on these verbs and adjectives for their meaning. Now another verb: protect, recover, suffer. And the preposition is from. Protect from, recover from, suffer from. And the adjectives are different and safe. Different from, safe from. Okay, another: believe, specialize, succeed. In, believed in, specialized in, succeed in. We come to the adjective interested. So interested in. Okay. Now the verb rely. Rely on, concentrate on, spend on, agree on. In the adjective, keen on. Okay. Now here, agree, deal. And with the agree deal, there is satisfied and annoyed. Okay, agree with, deal with, satisfied with, annoyed with. Then listen and belong are the verbs, and kind and similar are the adjectives. So the preposition is to. For example, listen to, belong to. And adjectives: kind to, similar to. Okay, the verb here, warm. Adjective: excited. Preposition: about. Now see, here about, warm about, excited about. Okay, so sorry, warm about, here about, warm about, and excited about. So these prepositions for, from, in, on, with, to, and about, they are called dependent prepositions because they always depend on these adjectives and these verbs for the new meanings. So they are called dependent prepositions. So these are, so as I told you earlier, that the prepositions which always depend on certain adjectives and certain verbs, they are called dependent prepositions. But there are some prepositions. There are some which come in different ways with different adjectives and verbs. So sometimes the words and adjectives take some different prepositions and they have different meanings. For example, if you say agree with, so this is agree with someone. But if you say agree on, so then it will become agree on something. Someone and something, there is a difference. Let's see an example, do an exercise, then all things will be clear. Okay students, let's do the exercise of the dependent prepositions. Let's see the exercise. Number 1, most of the students were satisfied to, or satisfied for, or satisfied with their exam results. So satisfied with, okay, satisfied with their exam results. Number 2, it was hard for everyone to agree on, agree to, agree with which film to watch. Now see, when you are agree with someone, then you will say agree with. But when you are agree with something, then you say agree on. किसी के साथ एग्री होने पर एग्री विद, और किसी चीज़ के साथ, किसी शख्स के साथ एग्री होने पर आप लगाएंगे एग्री विद, और किसी चीज़ के साथ एग्री होने पर आप लगाएंगे एग्री ऑन. So with which film to watch, it's not a person, it's a thing. So it was hard for everyone to agree on, agree on which film to watch. Number 3, Jet Li is famous to, Jet Li is famous on, Jet Li is famous for his work. So Jet Li is famous for his work. Jet Li is famous for his work. Number 4, this company specializes in making parts of computer. Now this company specializes in making parts of computer. Number 5, over 600 people applied on a job. So applied for a job. Number 6, our new house is very similar to, very similar in our old one. You can see similar from, similar in doesn't match. They do not match. Now similar to is matching. Similar to our old one. Number 7, there aren't many people interested in, interested on, interested to ancient history. Now you can see clearly interested on, interested to is not matching. They are not matching. Now interested in ancient history. Number 8, the teacher warned us on how dangerous some spiders could be. You studied earlier in the table that with the warn, about will be there. The teacher warned us about how dangerous some spiders could be. So students, this was the exercise of the dependent prepositions. Here you can see that there are some verbs and adjectives have certain prepositions, and they are always used with those verbs and adjectives. The same prepositions are used. So such prepositions are called dependent preposition. But there are some prepositions which are used differently with the different adjectives and verbs. Then they give the different meanings. So we should be aware of it, and in this we can understand by continuous reading. For continuous reading, the good readings of the good writers, we can easily understand where they use to, where they use on, where they use for, and how they use this, how is the sentence structure, how are the prepositions used, how are the adjectives used. These all we can, if we are good readers of good writers, then we will be able to understand the English language in a very well way. Thank you so much. Thank you.